I've just spoken to Frank Smith. It's not Anthony Joshua. Could it be Lawrence Okoli?
You'll know when we announce it, but he's not fighting on the card because it's too near to the date of this big fight, and we couldn't take the chance, or he didn't want to take the chance, and I don't blame him if he were to get a cut or an injury. So that's why he's not on the card.
And Nick Bull was rumoured to be fighting Lewis Neri. Is any truth to that, or is it the Tio Haney breakdown that's kind of caused that fight to go off?
Lots and lots of rumours flying about all over the place. We'll be announcing all these guys' fights, I hope, on Monday latest.
Just get a comment on Dillian's retirement. What's your opinion on it, and what was the conversation he had with you?
Look, I respect his judgment. Boxing's the toughest of sports, and if your heart's not in it, or you change your mind, then he's done the right thing, and he's done everything. He's had a brilliant amateur career, but he's decided professional boxing's not for him. So I respect that and wish him all the well for the future, and he'll always be a guest at one of our shows.
If Fabio gets through Huni at the weekend, would you possibly look at making a world title fight, or are you going to look at maybe running Miller again?
Well, it's number one in the WBO fighting number one in the WBA, so the winner of this will become a mandatory challenger. So then they got to sit down and think about what they want to do, where they want to go, and obviously all eyes will be on the 19th of July at Wembley, when you've got the four belts on the line between Mr. Usyk and Mr. Dubois, and then once the outcome of that fight is known, then I'm sure we're going to see some of these mandatories happen.
Seeing Joseph Parker potentially asking for Derek Chisora on that card. Will we be seeing Joseph on the card, and will it be against Chisora?
The fight won't be on that card.
Will Joseph be on the card?
Joe won't be on the card.
Frank's the trilogy between Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora.
I've had any conversation about it. Derek's number one in the IBF, and he said that he wanted to wait until he gets his mandatory challenge against the winner of the fight on the 19th. That was the conversation I've had with Derek.
What do you make of this whole Sky Boxer scenario? The deal's up soon, they've got no dates, a lot of speculation that maybe there won't be an extension. Have you heard anything? I
don't even think about it, and I have no interest in it. It's their business, and I just hope that Sky will continue in boxing, because they've been brilliant for the boxing, but that's their business.
Would you welcome Ben onto the zone?
What?
Would you welcome him onto the zone?
I have no idea where he's going. All I care about is where Queensbury's going, and all we're doing is delivering top show after top show. That's all I care about. I'll give a flying toss about what he's doing.
Speaking about the undercard, you've signed recently Lewis Richardson, Olympic bronze medalist. You're not known to usually sign Olympians since sort of like James DeGale time. So what was it, what you found so special about Lewis? What made you want to sign him?
I think he's an outstanding fighter. He's done well, obviously, in winning a medal. Previous medalists we signed that come to mind very quickly are James DeGale. He went on and won a world title. Silver medalist in Amir Khan. He won a world title. So you can put him in the mix with them. That's what we think of him.
Also, I've heard rumours about the Usyk Dubois undercard that there'll be Louis Edmondson versus Daniel Papin. Is there any truth to that? Someone online, I've read it.
Not at the moment. We're not in a position to say what we're with those fights, but we because of this show's on and this is what we're focusing on. We get all this out of the way, and we've got some big announcements coming up in the next few days after the fight.
Thank you very much.
Most of the town will return with a devastating knockout in Glasgow as well. I mean, how excited are you for the career of Moses Town, what's to come? Because he's so exciting already.
Well, he is. I mean, he's only 20 years of age, and I mean, you look at his composure, you look at the way he goes about his business and what he did up in Glasgow. It was phenomenal. Against a competitor, a guy come to fight, he got up the floor, showed a lot of heart, but the way he went about his business, for me, he's a very, very exciting fighter, and he's a monster. He's a young man, but he's a bloody monster.
He is, and Denzel Bentley, I think, last fought in December, WBO number one. Is it still a case of trying to enforce that mandatory with Janibek for that?
That's what we're trying to do. In the meantime, we'll be announcing a fight for him on Monday.
Frank Lawrence supported some interview today saying Dillian Whyte's running scared of him. Who said this? Lawrence called your guys and Dillian Whyte. Do you feel like Dillian is running scared, or are we going to see that matchup soon this year?
Well, Dillian's got a fight coming up. That's why he pulled out the fight, and we'll be announcing his fight early next week.
Simon Jordan saying Dillian Whyte's got no charisma, even his shadow is scared of him.
He said what?
He said Dillian Whyte's got no charisma, even his shadow is scared of him. What do you
Sorry,
make
I
of
don't
that?
understand it. Say that again.
Simon Jordan saying that your fighter Dillian Whyte's got no charisma. What do you make of that?
You know, if I remember rightly, when we made the fight at Wembley, when we won the purse bid for Tyson, weren't they all saying he should be getting more money because of what he's done and how he is and so forth? And part of that was their words, not mine. And we sold Wembley out. Comes to fight. If he's up against a tough opponent, he fights. He's a handful for anyone.
Just a quick on August the 16th was a date that was touted for the 5v5. Is that still on in Riyadh, or are we looking at a different date?
There's no 5v5 on in August, but there will be a 5v5.
The bookies have got Justis as 3-1 outside for this fight. Does that surprise you at all? Do you see it's more 50-50?
No, as I said at the start of this, it's number one WBO against number one WBA. Both undefeated. They're big punchers. Anything can happen. And you know, people have bets to win bets, and people who believe in the bet that they're having. Anything can happen in these fights. I mean, obviously, I fancy Fabio to win the fight. Sterling amateur background, he brings a lot to the table. I think this is a tougher fight for him than the Babe Miller fight.
Speaking of Babe Miller, I was speaking to Spencer Brown just now. He wants Miller to face the winner of Saturday night. Just thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like that fight. Let's see where we go.
Thanks, Rick.
Right, get any more talk for Tyson? Go ahead.
Lomachenko's announced his retirement. Just your thoughts on what career he's had and what.
Fabulous fighter. You know, his father was a brilliant trainer. You know, should be very proud of what he's done in the sport. I mean, at all levels, amateur and pro, he's a great fighter. Love watching him.
Also, recently we heard the passing of Mike Mccallum. What did you think of him as a fighter? And was he ever in talks of fighting any of the British guys like Ben and Eubank, etc.?
Beat a few of the British guys, but Mike Mccallum was one of the great fighters of his generation. Unlike you lot, I see him fight, and he was a really, really quality operator and fighter. And condolences from all of us at Queensbury to his family, and on their loss, on their sad loss. He was a great fighter.
Just finally, I spoke to Fabio before, and he said there weren't many options for this fight. What was the reason behind selecting Justis Huni for the fight?
Well, because I mentioned on a couple of occasions he was ranked number one, he was undefeated, and more importantly, he fancied the fight, so that's why we did it.
Is there anyone else?
Yeah, we looked at a couple of names, but this is the one that everybody was, that Fabio said he wanted as well, so that's what we did. We went with it.
Frank, just the last one for myself, sorry. There's rumours of a 3-fight deal for Anthony Joshua with Turkey Al-Sheikh. One of their fighters is your fighter in Tyson Fury. Has there been talks with Turkey and Tyson?
No.
Last one from me. We've got Mike Perez versus Stephen Ward on the undercard. How do you see that fight go? Mike Perez versus Stephen Ward on the undercard. How do you see that fight going, and how was that fight sort of coming together? Because it's a bit of an unusual fight, that one.
Well, it is, but it's a bloody good fight. They both fancy it. They're both up for it, so I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. And there you have it, guys. It's Danny Glover for Fight Fan TV Live with Frank Warren. And remember, guys, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is.